Please describe your job title and primary duties.
Working at Damon's, my job title was to work in the grill area, in the salad prep area. Um, Mainly my job was as a cook.
What was the work environment like?
The work environment, like typical restaurant work, is very hectic at times and stressful during the rush times, and then other times it's slow, it's real mellow and easy.
What was your favorite part about working there?
My favorite part about working at Damon's was the environment. It was real sportsy. It always had big screen TVs with games on. You could catch a game if you wanted to. In between while you're working, you could look up at the big screen. And the atmosphere, I like the atmosphere.
Please describe a typical day as an employee.
A typical day at Damon's, you clock in and you just get ready to work. Generally, you'll go through several fast times, like depending if you're working in the morning or in the evening, you'll go through lunch rush, then there's an afternoon rush, then the dinner rush. So it was pretty much the same every day. You would find that flow of when the rush would come and when you would get a break.
How would you describe the application and interview process?
The application process was very straightforward and simple. Generally, like most places you could imagine, you just fill out an application. They call you, you come in, you do a first interview. If you pass that interview, then you come in and you do a second interview. If you pass that interview, then you come in and you do one last third interview with basically all the managers. And sometimes, depending on if you're going in for a management position, they'll bring in corporate people like the general manager or the regional manager as well. But it's pretty straightforward. I wouldn't consider it like a high-pressure interview, but I would call it standard.
What questions did the interviewer ask during the job interview?
The process at Damon's was very straightforward. They basically asked about my work history. They asked about my attendance history. They asked about my schooling history. They asked about my enthusiasm to work there. I didn't really find anything unusual other than the fact that I had to interview 3 times. I thought that was kind of bizarre. It seemed like a waste of corporate resources, because you're tying up managers, and it seemed like it could have been all done once or twice. But I think it's all about making you go through their process. You know what I mean? Yeah, other than that, it was pretty straightforward and standardized.
What set you apart from other candidates?
I demonstrated the ability to complete the job in a proficient, competent way. So, they were comfortable with letting me give it a shot.
What other advice would you give to a job seeker looking to get employment?
If you've never worked in the restaurant business, it can be very stressful. So if you can handle high-paced, high-fast, stressful work, then it should be fine. And advice would be to just be yourself.